So Russellville, that one, a lot of people worked there there was a lot of chicken plants. So a lot of people worked there. There was a big Tyson one. There was also there's other one like other factories were like processing food, like Conagra, and also there was one I think it was called Wayne, that was close by. That was it was either chicken or processing plant. So a lot of people worked there of all races. There was also a college there. Not as big as some other colleges, but there's still quite a few college students there. Also, there was quite a bigger Muslim population there, and so our neighbors were Muslim. They're really nice. It was kind of fun. Like always, like, how are you guys doing? And it's also a town had like it seemed like it was a little. It wasn't as like maybe well organized or like maybe not as nice looking as other cities, but it was a lot of like, nice people there too. See the Spanish branch there. That branch had once been another town that's close, like half an hour away, and had been moved to Russellville. And that Spanish branch is chugging along. It's a smaller one, and so a lot of the members are doing well. Some members are still learning and growing, but I think one of my favorite branches is serving, and just like the people there they felt like a family, and there was like a little Muslim, not exactly like a church building, like I don't know, it was like a little meeting place they had. It didn't look just like a building that had like a sign like this is the Muslim place or something. So I went to college there, and we actually taught a couple of them before. And they wanted to talk to us, and it was interesting because they didn't speak perfect English. They still could speak English, so it was kind of funny for me. And my companion at that time was a Guatemalan that was straight from Guatemala. He spoke pretty good English, but he still was learning. And so always trying to teach each other was kind of talk to each other was kind of hard. But that was most of them go to college there. And with that too, if you teach them, you can teach them. But if you do, you can talk with the mission president if they start progressing, because I guess something to do. Like with the Muslim religion, the Muslim faith, that could cause problems. So you just need to be very careful. You still could teach them, they still could get baptized. Just you need to work with the mission president on that one. So it was not the biggest city, but it definitely wasn't super small. You can go around there and you could like bike around it, and it was decently easy to bike around, but it still was quite a few people. See the weather, that would be probably one of the safer places for the weather. There's sometimes tornadoes in Arkansas and like Tennessee. When I was there was one that passed by that went through our mission. That one of the areas close to Common is a city called Valonia, which just seems to attract tornadoes because there's always tornadoes going close by. But in Russellville, they have some mountains around it, so like I guess more like hills, not really big mountains, but they would always like deflect the tornadoes. So there's never really a tornado in Russellville, so that's one of the safer places for that. Crime-wise, there wasn't as much. There was still some, of course, but this wasn't as crazy as Little Rock, or definitely not as crazy as Memphis could be. Memphis, Tennessee. We went and we did some frisbee golf. So at a nice frisbee golf park, just a little south of the city. It was a lot of fun. It was by the river, and we did that a couple of times. Got some frisbee golf discs, and we went with a sector member once, and he gave us some other discs, and so a nice little golf course. What else did we do? There's a lot of little thrift shops that sometimes we'd go to, and just on Preparation Day. There's also some nice little places. We went with the member once, and he took us up to by where this creek was, to this place he called Prayer Rock. That was just this nice little walk by a creek, and there was like a lot of rocks, and it was really, really pretty clear creek. And you could skip rocks, and then there's this big rock that he'd always take the missionaries to, and they go sit on it, and he would like say a prayer together and like sing a hymn. There's a mountain called Mount Nebo. So I went there once, and it was just a little mountain to hike around. It was kind of cool. That was my last area, so it was kind of. It was really like it's always hard to get transferred and leave an area and like leave people you worked with, like either, and also the members you know and the other people. And so that's especially hard. Like I was going home, like man, this is sad. This is like my last people and the people I know.